Good morning, everybody, and this is your Forex day trade setups for today. So we've had a break of this wedge formation here, break to the downside. Don't assume that it just means it's going to continue, because there's typically only a 25% chance that it does continue. So what we need to do still is we need to wait for the pullback, and that would be the typical pullback there, and that is at 106.137. Pay attention to what you see to the left here. Quite a strong area of support coming up, and that's right here at 105.222. So if we drop down to the hour, and we didn't really get an opportunity yesterday, Friday, not yesterday, to jump into this. Just want to find. So if you look at all of these inside bars here, wasn't really anything, but have a look at this one here. So for that, you just drop down to the 50-minute, because that happened in the day. So you can see there was a rejection pin bar early in the day. Wouldn't have been able to trade that, but you can see we dropped below the trend line here, and we came back and tested this twice. So typically when you see price action which is either an inside bar or an engulfing bar, you typically look for a second attempt when you see that. Pin bars are normally, you can take it on the first attempt. In other words, on the pin bar, you just straight below the pin bar, you're in a break, stop up there. But when you see inside bars and engulfing bars, typically I wait for a second attempt. There was the first one, there was the second one. Perfect opportunity here, right there, and 100-point stop loss for a fairly decent 400 odd point gain. So you can see there was great structure there on the 15 minutes to get into that, and that was a retest of the 1 hour fractal here, which was formed in the second hour. London breakout strategy as well would have worked pretty well here. So first 8 1 hour bars, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. You can see there's the break and the retest of that range as well. Anyway, does look like we're forming a bit of a flag, but for me, I would prefer to see us coming in off 105.783 for a retest. I just want to look to the left here in case there is something that we are missing, and there definitely is. So this area right where we are is a fairly decent area for a break. So just bear in mind that you've got this level of support here at 105.222. So I would be reluctant to be jumping in here. Much easier to get in on the short up here at 105.783, and the same principle as Friday. Wait for the structure, stop just above it, entry just below the structure, and your target is going to be one of these two levels here. So that will be 105.419 and 105.222. So that is short. Looking at US dollar Japanese yen, this is a bit of an exhaustion bar, so same principle applies here. Just want to use this bar here, and then just have a look to the left. There is some fairly decent structure in this area we're in right now. Come down to the hour, and you'll have a look. So firstly, obviously first price would be a pullback down to 135.348. Probability that happening is probably not that good, so we're either going to range or continue. We've already got an inside bar here, inside bar, pin bar, so after hours trade. So this would be an opportunity to jump in on this at the moment. However, I'd be a little bit reluctant. I'd want to see these oscillators ease off a little bit, and just dropping down to the 15 minutes as well. This is a bit of a worry here. See this massive bar here. Obviously some noise that came out, but that is definitely a little bit of a worry. Didn't really, apart from this structure here, didn't pick up any other bits of structure. So this is kind of a story of two parts. If we get a retest of this area here, which is 136.079, definitely an opportunity. Otherwise, I would expect it to come down and sort of test this tail. So that's going to be in the region of 135.348 or 135.072. So pay close attention to the dollar. It does look like we are potentially going to accelerate. Moving on to British pound, Japanese yen. We have had a strong move up last week, but we had a strong move down, and then we moved up. So typically what that has formed on the weekly is a solid bar, even though it was big up and down. If you look at the oscillators here, everything is indicating for a continuation, but look to the left, there's a lot of chaos here. So what you're looking for here is to see where the hour is and take the trades on the hour. So I'm just going to use some of the structure we've already got. That is my first level, and that is my second level, and we've already tagged the second level, so you can almost see a tweezer bottom here on structure, solid move up, flag, break. So a break of this area here and support at 163.077 gives us opportunity for more longs. Alternatively, we're looking at these this tweezer bottom that's forming now. Obviously, we need to wait for the European session before we can take that. And then I'm just going to put one more level in here because that is a possibility. So just to recap, so we could head as low as 162.479. Look at the oscillators at the moment, or alternatively this 162.652 or 162.770 is the opportunity. I would watch for London breakouts. In other words, first 8 1-hour bars. Draw your range upon that. You start breaking above that, and you can see the high of that is going to be pretty much in this area right there. So that's the high currently, that's the low there. So that is our range at the moment. So you break above the high of Friday, 15-minute close above there, you're looking for a long and you're looking for a stop. It's pretty big stop loss. It's supposed to be about 600-point stop loss, but in terms of the forex market, that's not that big. So that should get you moving to the upside, and I would expect us to first challenge this high, but this is a flag break by the looks of things, which is going to give us a continuation equal to this measured move here. So you're going to be targeting 164,500, and if you look to the left, you can see quite a bit of structure here at that area, so that does make sense. And last thing to point out is this big inverse head and shoulders, which the neckline was down here around about, let's just go further down. So there's the neckline, so you can see we've almost got a double head here, left shoulder, and then we've got this big right shoulder here. You could also see this as a head and shoulders. There's a shoulder, there's a head, and there's a shoulder. Regardless, it's come back to test it and has been successful. So ultimately, we're more than likely moving equal to the heights of this. So if you do that, obviously not in one day, but we are definitely looking to test these previous highs up here. Okay. Lastly, Euro British Pound. This is looking like a fairly decent flag setup. We did test the bottom of the trend line. If you look at it on the weekly last week, still tails coming in. So from a weekly perspective, it's looking like buyers are still trying to push this up. But let's get down to the levels we can trade. And if you look at the 8th hour, we've got a crossover here. And we've got some structure that we're bouncing off right now. And if you look at the hour, we're in amongst the moving averages. So I would also be of the opinion here, wait for the London breakout. So wait for the 7 1-hour bars. At the moment, we're ranging in between the moving averages here. So what I'd be looking for is a rejection off this level. Preferably, I'd want to see a break and retest of 0.88234. So I want to see that retest and then a break. This one I think is more of a sit on hands. The other three, you've got opportunities, clear opportunities. This one I think it may still just meander up higher into this area here at 0.88463. But based on what's going on Friday, you look at those tails there, I think there are sellers scaling in at the moment. So watch it. It could be, because if it does break below the lows of Friday, that's going to validate this flag, which is going to give you another move equal to this drop that we had here. So very possible, but I think you're going to have to just sit back and watch it, because at the moment it is sideways. You don't really want to get involved in that. Anyway, that's kind of my view today. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.